What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and if you want to know why men are pulling away, becoming their own worst enemies when things are going well, then one day you wake up and he ghosted you, he blocked you, he's acting different than he was the previous week. You're going to figure out why that is in this video. So let's just jump right into this. The first thing I want to say, ladies, is a lot of men think that guys have this premeditated game plan on playing you. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Girl, trust me, that's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, I do believe a lot of the stuff that you are going through or that you have experienced with your guy, especially if you talked for 1, 2, 3 months plus whatever, and you just didn't get a relationship and things started to change, I do think a lot of the stuff that he was saying and doing in the beginning was genuine. It was genuine. It came from the heart, and he meant it. However, the problem a lot of men run into is what I call context. This is the most important thing in all of dating, in my opinion. Context and framing, or I guess pacing. Okay, many things. But one of the top 3 things is context. And what this essentially means is all the things that you guys do and say over time layers up to the point where it starts to create this serious vibe or serious aura in the relationship, and obviously a man has to respond to that. So think of it like this. In the beginning, it's a blank canvas. It's meaning there's no context built. It's just 2 people talking, hanging out, having fun, hooking up, liking each other, trying to get the validation from each other, enjoying each other's time, assets, and getting to know, again, you're trying to build a bond here, things like that. Awesome. You're going to do that without thinking as a guy. You're going to do that without getting in your head. You're not going to be like, oh man, this is too much. She's crazy, or it's moving too fast. I'm freaking out. She wants a relationship. She's needy. She's clingy. She's this. She's that. And he's going to get in his head and pull away. No reason for that to happen because men are very evidence-based, meaning he's going to look at what this is for what it is, okay, and reflect on it. He's going to say, well, there's no reason for me to freak out. It just started. However, if he's an emotionally unavailable man, a man who is recently single, a man who hasn't had a relationship in a very, very long time or has never had a serious relationship at all, and then this starts happening, it kind of blindsides him. Like I said, it layers, and you don't feel it until it goes over the hump and then just starts to avalanche down. So a guy will do this. He will go along with things. And again, it's going well. He will go along with all of it for so long until one day he's laying there and he's looking at it in hindsight and he's like, oh shit, like this is moving really fast. And I can tell she really wants a relationship. And I said some stupid shit that while I did mean it, I don't think I can offer it. And so what happens now is because the context was built and layered up, you as a woman should rightfully so, feel that it's moving towards a relationship. Why else you didn't agree to friends with benefits, did you? If you did, that's a different story. That's a different video. However, if you're talking to a guy and things are going well, they're going well consistently for weeks and months, you should assume that there's a relationship, and he knows that. He knows that you're not doing this. The average woman, at least, is not doing this for funsies or fun and games. He knows that you're looking for something serious, and now the pressure is on him. He feels either obligated to give you a relationship, or he feels the pressure because it's like, well, if I keep going along with this, it's telling her I'm on the same page as her when I'm not. And then that's where a guy has to make a decision on staying or leaving. And a lot of the times, like I said, unfortunately, it hits a guy in hindsight where he doesn't realize. And again, ladies, I'm not saying you're the one speeding it up. I'm not saying you're the one making the mistakes. I'm not saying you're the one who increased the pace and did this and did that and initiate. It's all him most of the time. It's usually him reaching out, initiating, moving fast, wanting to see you a bunch, yada, yada, yada. But he realizes that he created a really good picture of the ideal guy, that he did a lot of things that made you feel like, hey, he really likes me. He's on the same page. This is awesome. It's moving towards a relationship. And he has to answer to that. And a lot of the times, ladies, unfortunately, a guy bites off more than he can chew and doesn't realize it until the end. Then he gets in his own head because he feels obligated to give you something that he can't, and then he pulls away. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's why that pretty much happened. So that being said, ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.